Hey, my name is Whitney Yates, and today I'm going to talk about how job satisfaction presents from employment and management standpoints. Job satisfaction is the effective orientation that an employee has towards his or her own work. Modern organizations state that job satisfaction and job stress are two important workplace issues. Positive job satisfaction can appear as high energy, positivity, eagerness to complete tasks, increased desire to be successful, pleasurable involvement. These qualities show that job satisfaction has been achieved, but we still shouldn't stop trying to maintain job satisfaction here. Negative job satisfaction appears as nervousness, constant stress or worry, unpleasant involvement, lack of interest or teamwork, absence from work, dishonesty. These traits show imminent need for attention and job satisfaction. If not addressed, these qualities can lead to aggression, increased stress, verbal altercations, and continued absence from work. Some ways that we can achieve this is motivation and engagement. More so, I'll talk about how this appears from employment and management standpoints. Former HR manager of Emotional Salary Barometer states satisfied employees are motivated, engaged, and committed. From employee standpoint, these folks are proven to benefit the company by increased profits, productivity, and decreased absences from work. From management, this looks like we should initiate team meetings, team building, goal setting, incentives, and transparency could help achieve this. Asking for employee suggestions. This is a positive job satisfaction point, and from employee standpoint, sometimes this can appear as anonymous suggestions so that the employees don't feel like they are threatened by management and they're not going to get in trouble and they feel like they're being heard. From the management standpoint, you could create different methods such as comment box, forums, surveys, one-on-one meetings, and it's important for them always to try and listen and read their employees. Transparency is important, and employee standpoint, it's important to be clear on what's expected of you in your specific job, and seek improvement if needed. Transparency can increase productivity and keep you moving forward in your job, including promotions and positive moves. From the management standpoint, it's important to make continuous process with transparency and open communication to your employees. That way, they know what's expected of them and vice versa. Another important part of job satisfaction is to celebrate successes. From the employee standpoint, you should be appreciative of your growth. You should be appreciative of management celebrating your growth, and understand that most employers that are celebrating your success are promoting your future. So from the management standpoint, it's important. You could celebrate successes by meetings, getting together as a team, setting goals so that others can know what to reach for as well. In conclusion, whether you're an employee, employer, management staff, it's important that we are open to specific needs in the job so that we can promote job satisfaction. Job satisfaction doesn't only involve you, it involves everyone in the team.
Hello, my name is Adrian Garcia. Today I will be presenting on the importance of job satisfaction in the workplace. So job satisfaction or work satisfaction is a measure of how an employee feels with what they do for a living. I've asked myself in the past, is this the right job for me? Do I feel happy with where I work? And sometimes the answer has been yes, and sometimes the answer has been no. But in my experience, it's always nice to know that when you go to work, you feel valued, that you are contributing to something, maybe a bigger cause, and that you're being taken care of, and that just makes the workday and life much more enjoyable. In a publication by Future Learn, they state that businesses where employees score in the top half for employee engagement have a 50% higher success rate on productivity outcomes on average. And while productivity is great for a company, there are also added benefits to a high job motivation, and some of those are employee loyalty, which turns into good word of mouth, less turnover, increased sales. And those turn into increased revenue, which turns into increased profits, and of course, a better work environment within the employees. Now, job satisfaction has been studied since the 1930s, and according to Specter, job satisfaction was approached by researchers from the perspective of need fulfillment, and so that is whether or not the company meets the employee's physical and physiological needs. But this approach has now been abandoned, and the focus is now on job satisfaction as an attitude. And while many surveys are conducted annually, there was one recently in 2020 by the Conference Board, where they found that overall job satisfaction has remained historically high despite the pandemic, economic crisis, layoffs, and increased unemployment rate. Some of the other things noted on this survey that contributed to the rise in job satisfaction during the previous year are efforts from the companies that support the well-being of their employees, opportunities for future growth, and flexibility. So, should we care about job satisfaction? Like, should the public and private sector care for it? And in short, the answer is yes, because employers, employees, and ultimately also the customer benefit from it. So thank you and have a nice day.
Hi, my name is Ashley Reece, and today I'm going to talk about how we can achieve employee satisfaction in the workforce. First, we're going to talk about competitive salary. Employees consider pay the second most important factor to their job satisfaction. It is relatively easy for employees to do their research and to find out if they could earn more working for another company. Making sure that employee compensation is competitive and that there is a clear system in place for promotion so employees never have to wonder when their next pay increase will be. You also want to ask for employee suggestions. This is a good way to gauge how satisfied your employees are with their work currently. You need to be transparent as well. Show your employees that you hear their feedback. Don't do a survey and not put their ideas into place. Communication should work on both sides. You also need to be creative with benefits. When you put effort into making benefits, it makes your employees feel like you care. An idea for this is to have paid time off for volunteering. You also want to listen to employee concerns. Employees will have concerns and are unlikely to bring them up to management out of fear. Create an environment that is comfortable for them to voice their opinions. You also want to celebrate their successes. As stated in an article written by Ashley Brooks in May 2021, a whopping 94% of employees who receive positive recognition on a daily basis reported being satisfied or very satisfied with their jobs. Celebrating even the smallest things clearly have a big impact. You also want to prioritize mental and physical well-being. Many organizations have this idea that workaholism is something to be proud of. Although when we praise these things, we don't realize that we're pushing that people should stop thinking about their own well-being. Being aware of this can help boost satisfaction and motivation in the workforce. Next, you'll also want to invest in employees' futures. Talk with your employees about their future goals. Give them opportunities to grow their skills toward their desired goal. Work with them rather than what you want them to do. Lastly, don't forget about our remote employees. All the previous points apply to them as well. Even though they work remotely now, they still deserve the recognition that those that work on site get. And most employees that are remote just want to be included with what goes on site. Thank you.